Jain viewers, in today's video I am going to talk on the topic India and Canada relationship. India established diplomatic relations with Canada in 1947. India and Canada have a long-standing bilateral relationship based on shared principles such as democracy, human rights, rule of law, and pluralism. But recently we all know what happened between the nations. First, understand the significant pillars of India-Canada relations. Starting from economic cooperation, until recently, bilateral trade between India and Canada amounted to $6 billion annually. And India investment in Canada was valued at over $4 billion. Both countries are also engaged in technical negotiations for a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, including trade in goods, services, investment, and trade facilitation. Secondly, talking about diaspora connections. Canada hosts one of the largest Indian diasporas in the world, numbering 16 lakh people of Indian origin, accounting for more than 3% of the total Canadian population. Thirdly, the education and innovation. Indian students studying in Canada now comprise approximately 40% of the entire population of international students in Canada. And fifth one is the strategic importance. To diversify the Canadian economy, India is a critical partner under its Indo-Pacific strategy, given the country's growing economic and demographic importance in the region. But gentlemen, there are challenges between the relationship of India and Canada, in which first is cultural sensitivities. India's leadership has expressed concerns about certain fringe groups within this community that continue to sympathize with the idea of an independent Sikh state known as Khalistan, separate from India. Canada permitted a parade that depicted the 1984 assassination of the Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi by her bodyguard. This portrayal was seen as glorifying violence by Sikh separatists. Second one is the visa and immigration policies. In recent years, there have been reports of Indian students facing difficulties obtaining visas to study in Canada, which has caused dissatisfaction and raised concerns in India. Third one is differing stances on international issues. Recently, during the G20 meeting in New Delhi, Canada and India did not have bilateral talks, but instead met on the sidelines. Differing opinions on issues such as the political situation in Kashmir have strained diplomatic ties. And the fourth one is the agricultural trade disputes. Indian dairy and poultry producers have expressed trade-related concerns over Canadian exports of products such as pulses and canola oil. So, gentlemen, what should be the way forward? First of all, both nations should address Khalistan issue, encourage open and inclusive dialogue between all stakeholders including members of the Sikh community, Indian government representative and Canadian officials. Both countries should take legal measures to address any political extremism. Second one, doing economic diversification. That is, expanding trade beyond traditional sectors to include emerging technologies, renewable energy, and healthcare can open new avenues for cooperation and economic growth. Third one is the cultural exchange. That is, promoting cultural exchange programs, art exhibitions, and film festivals can foster a deeper understanding of each other's culture and traditions. And last but not the least, the security cooperation. Robust cooperation on counter-terrorism issues, particularly through the framework of the JWG on counter-terrorism. So in conclusion, I would like to say both India and Canada must endeavor to transcend politically contentious issues and focus on areas of mutual cooperation and collaboration. The future holds great promise for this dynamic partnership, and both nations must seize the opportunities it presents. So gentlemen, hope you all like the video. Jai Hind.